Did you listen to Jeff and Professor Hemo in the morning? Here's what you missed.
The hour we like to inspire many of you out there.
Yes.
And when you listen to Farah Khaleck's story, many of you may know her.
Yes.
She's very active on social media. She talks about her condition very openly. And I tell you, she's been through hell, literally and back. I don't know how someone who's been through what she's been through still has the ability to smile and laugh and make people happy. Farah Khaleck, welcome to Hot 96.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, my dear.
Great to be here. Thank you so much.
What keeps you good? I know don't tell me your mother, because she's always by your side. But
She's always there.
no, she's never gonna. Huh?
Yes.
God
God
is
bless
good,
her.
Yeah. No, she's a good mother.
Yeah.
Always by her side.
Yeah,
She never gave up on this girl. And the condition that you have, Farah, I can't even pronounce it. But you tell. What is it called?
Scleroderma.
Scleroderma.
Yes.
Which is a.
It's an autoimmune disorder. Yeah.
What?
So basically, this one it mostly affects the skin, and it's the immune system which is now acting against the body.
The immune system is fighting the body.
Yes, instead of protecting it.
And is this a hereditary thing, or is just you?
No. It scientists don't know why and how it starts. Like they're still trying to figure that out. Yeah. So it's not hereditary.
Right. So your skin fades or peels or whatever you want to call it. What do you call it?
It hardens. It stiffens up. It doesn't peel off. The skin is hardening. It's stiffening. So now slowly, the whole, like your body, it reduces mobility.
Yeah. Because at one point you had lost use of your fingers completely.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But since, was it 6 months ago you went to India?
Just in June.
In June,
Yeah.
4 months ago.
4 months ago, yeah.
And what happened when you went there?
Stem cell. I went for stem cell treatment. Yeah, and that has really, alhamdulillah, it has improved my condition so far. I'm progressing really well. So basically, it's they use my own cells from my body. I didn't get any donor cells. So that was a good thing, alhamdulillah. So they did, it was like a 3-part session. Every session was 2 weeks apart. I took 2 months.
Was it painful?
No, it wasn't painful. The only painful part was when they had to get the injections in. Because my skin was so stiff, they couldn't find my nerves.
Your vein.
My veins.
Oh,
they were so narrow, they could not find them in.
So that hurt.
Yeah, they would poke and I'm like, please make sure you're gonna find it this time, And I would be like, oh.
I feel the pain right now already.
It was really bad.
Vivi, you feel Vivi? Yes.
Yeah. So and imagine,
Yeah.
by the time after the first session, the doctor realized that I did have my hemoglobin was quite low, so they had to do a blood transfusion. So after the blood transfusion, alhamdulillah, by the time my second session, this is now 3 weeks into the treatment, they found the vein, like without any effort. Yeah. And they could extract blood, because first they couldn't extract blood.
Right.
And they could do it, by the second session. And I was like, wow.
That's a miracle, huh?
Yeah.
You know, if you hadn't gone, where would you be now?
I was, in fact, for the most part of 2017, I was getting really bad. It was really bad. I was like on constant diarrhea. I had lost a lot of weight. I was not eating. I could get tired. Like, Jeff, if I could just walk, like 5 steps. Like these stairs, I couldn't have come up them. No, I couldn't have.
Because
just
you
the stairs.
Motor skills,
Yeah.
You can move.
Really?
I couldn't have. I could have told you, no, I can't. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Seriously. And like this weather now, oh my God, I would just be in bed like under 3 covers and have a hot water bottle. I couldn't have moved, and I'm here without a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a smile every time when she speaks.
I can't believe this.
Ulisikia mtu aliwachwa na ndege anataka kucommit I mean look at that.
Mtu aliwachwa na ndege New York.
Ako New York.
Anataka kushua.
Sasa unajidua. Look at her.
Look at this.
Jana nilikuwa naangalia a video of her and Joho Sultan.
Oh.
Yeah.
She looked so hopeful.
And I was on the third stage that day. I was really weak. Like literally, I was so weak. I had started my campaign. I found out about stem cell treatment in January.
Did you research it yourself?
Yes.
You did it yourself?
I just came across it, Jeff, on the internet, and I was like, what? You know?
And by the way, stem cell is very new, huh?
Yes, it's very new.
Yeah.
And you know, if you tell people about it, they'll be like, are you sure? You know, we don't really know about it.
Yeah.
But in India they do.
Yeah, in India they do it, and even in USA. In fact, the hospital that I went to, they have headquarters in USA. So yeah, I chose India because it was cheaper than US.
Yeah.
And mostly in US and Europe, they don't do it for outsiders. They only do for their citizens.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now,
so,
tell me
and
something.
if you're an outsider, they charge you extra.
I can imagine. Tell me something. Are there many people who suffer this same condition as you out there? Are there?
Yes, they are, Jeff. And you know, that's the thing, that they don't come out and say, you know, they don't come out and speak about it. And sometimes they even go misdiagnosed, because until 4 or 5 years into the disease is when you really know that this is scleroderma. You don't really know it in the beginning, because until after you get the disfigures and your skin is
Starts
completely stiff,
hardened,
is when the doctor's like, okay, this is scleroderma.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Hey.
it's a really tough one.
And inaanza, is there an age inaanza ama any hata mtoto?
I don't know. I've not heard about kids, but yes, they are, and I've heard mostly women. I've known mostly women.
Right.
And I started at the age of around 17, 18 there. So yeah.
So okay. And we'll take a picture, and you know, people will be able to see your fingers now. You're starting to move them a little bit.
Yes, I can move them.
And
I
this you
hadn't
couldn't do before.
No, I couldn't do. They were really tough, you know.
Stiff, yeah.
And they would become blue and turn numb, you know. Sometimes I would like freeze, like they're just numb and I can't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
It's like they're frozen in ice.
Yes.
But eventually you'll be able to move them like us.
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah.
God, there is a God out there.
There is a God.
There is. And you know, he has his angels working for us, but we don't see them.
No.
They are there. They are there.
We're so
Imagine
ungrateful, aren't we?
the
We're so
fact that
ungrateful.
alikuwa kwa internet anaangalia tu
And I research mwenyewe.
akapata
Stem cell.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. It's expensive, right?
Yes, it's an expensive.
Because it's new. I mean, it's not in the market.
Exactly. And when I started my campaign, you know, and
By the way, this is not like daddy or mommy's money here, right?
No.
You started your own campaign to
I
raise
started
money.
my own campaign.
Tell us about that.
Around March. In March, I told my parents, you know, and at that time, our condition was not as stable financially, so they were like, you know, heartbroken that they couldn't do anything, you know, and this was like the first time, you know, they had to say no, and they were like, they didn't even know how to say no, you know, and I was like, you know, you guys don't worry, we'll do something, and I was like, no, I'm gonna start a campaign. And I did it all by myself. I created my own poster, everything. I kicked off the campaign, and with the help of so many people around me, friends from online I've never met, they came through, you know.
How much did you raise?
Najma Ismail.
Yes, Najma.
She mentored me. She's like, do this, do that, post like this, like that, you know. And I'm like, okay, you know. And I raised online about 700,000.
Wow.
Until I met to Governor Joho, and he's like, you know what? Stop it. I'm giving you the rest.
How much was the rest?
About 4.3.
Ay!
My goodness.
Sultan mwenyewe.
Alhamdulillah.
How the
Sultan.
angels tulikuwa tunasema.
You know?
Exactly.
Angels, yeah.
Angels are bearded.
Yes, busy kujua. Na kofia. 001.
001.
Yeah.
Because you needed 5 million, right?
Yes, I needed 5 million.
My God.
And my friends online, they came through, you know, they're like, you know, we're going to start a campaign.
Yeah.
And we posted a video and that went viral. And, alhamdulillah. You know, and Sultan called and they're like, he wants to meet you.
How did
I'm
he hear about you?
Online. He saw that video, we tagged him, everything, you know.
And then he called you.
Yes, and then they called me. It's true that my friends, Jamila and Nadia, so yeah, they had this video, we posted this video, it went viral online, and that's when they saw that video, and they called and they're like, the governor wants to see you. I'm like, okay, are you sure? You know?
So you flew down?
Yes.
You flew down to Mombasa?
They sent me tickets. And I was so bad that day. I'm like, hey, you know, this one better be something because, you know,
Yeah.
at that point I was like, I was literally on the verge of giving up. At that point.
Serious.
I was like, this will take too long. And, you know, I can't just like, you know, waking up in the morning and then I can't eat, I'm so weak, you know, constantly on the internet typing, doing this, trying to get, you know, traction, you know.
Yeah.
It was tough.
My
It
God.
was really
And yet
tough.
you didn't give up.
No.
And the call came through.
And the call
So
came
you arrive in
through.
Mombasa, his people
I-
pick you up, they take
Yes.
you to his place,
They take us
and then
to the
what happens?
And he comes in, we were early, he comes in and he's like, so cool. Like I was expecting, you know, something serious and
Yeah.
formal and, you know.
Yeah.
Uletee maua.
You know, yeah.
Simama pale tupige picha.
It was so cool, like he's so humble. We like sat and just talked, you know, like yo, you know, like we know each other for like ages. He was
Mkutana
really-
isili siku moja.
Not easily.
Yani si unajua boys yani. Ni boys do.
He saw us.
And he said right away,
Yes.
I'll put in the rest.
Yes. Like just stop all the campaigns and get ready to go to India. And I'm like,
Wow.
at that moment, you know, like Jeff, you know me, I don't cry.
Yes.
At that moment, I was like, oh, tears just came out, and my mom, Jesus Christ, and I'm telling her, don't cry.
Speaking of crying, Ollie Moo, all the way from Calgary, Canada, says, I'm just finding myself crying. With your condition, your morals, you have, he says, God bless her. Tears just can't stop rolling.
Naona Jerry anasema, Jeff, I remember when you hosted Farah.
On the bench.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Was that in 2016?
Yes.
Imagine.
Yes.
And all smiles. She was all smiles.
Stop smiling.
Despite her illness. And that's what we're experiencing right now.
And you know,
I mean, you know me, I don't cry. What is and you know me, I don't
cry.
Wow.
and you know, here we are. There's a generation of kids.
Yes.
They don't get their pocket money from their parents this week.
Wanakuwa.
Anaenda kujua.
Yes, depression. Akicheleweshwa na basi, depression.
Slay Queen.
Instagram akikosa picha ya chakula ataweka leo ya saa 6.
Depression.
Depression.
You know, it's very interesting you brought that up because right now I'm on a campaign to literally like try and get people to unleash the real. So my campaign is Unleash Your Real,
Yeah.
whereby I encourage you to accept yourself
As you are.
as you are. As you
Do you think that's why God made you the way you are?
as soon as I accepted myself,
Yes.
Jeff, as soon as I was like, okay, this is you and this is how it's gonna be, trust me, it was so easy to be happy to live, to live my life the way I want to. It's been easier. And I see the way people are so under pressure for all these social media likes and,
Yes.
trying to be like, why don't I go out every day? Why don't I have a picture at a restaurant every day? It's unreal. It's not possible. You can't be at Java every day or at Katinsky every day. I mean, the people who can, they can. Respect to them.
But you can't.
But you
Most of
can't.
us cannot.
We cannot.
And stop fooling yourself.
Exactly. Just be who you are. I mean, who else can be better you than yourself?
Tell me something. Let people know your social media handles, because I'm sure a lot of them want to get in touch with you. Go ahead.
Farah Khaleck on all the platforms.
And it's Farah.
Khaleck.
Farah Khaleck.
Yes.
On all platforms.
Yes.
And the campaign is called
Unleash Your Real.
Unleash your
Real. I like that. I like that. Philip Kiprotich says, oh my God, God is good, God of healing. You got all the reasons to praise God, Farah.
Amen. Indeed.
Sir Remy says she's an inspiration. Jeff, I'm learning something. She sounds beautiful. She is. We're just post a picture very shortly.
Yeah. How to make her? Lifestyle is imeanza kuni DM my DM.
My guy.
You guy, my guy. Are you free this weekend?
Yes.
This is my DM.
Engineer Joseph Mayanja says a big thanks to Sultan 001 for the big heart.
Yes, definitely.
And may God bless Farah for the courage and hope.
Oh yes.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
this is something real.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And the attitude is the most important thing, Farah, because most of 99.9% of the people who have your condition would have given up.
I know. It's difficult. I wouldn't say it was easy. It's been a journey. It really has. It's been a journey of self-acceptance, self-love. Like I used to look in the mirror and I used to be scared. I used to be like, who is this? Yeah, because I changed. I changed quite much from what I used to be. My physical appearance has changed. But, I went back to God. It's difficult. Yes, you fight with Him. You ask Him why.
All kinds of questions, yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but then you go back to Him and you're like, okay, this is my submission. I accept your decision for me, your path for me. And maybe this was his way of showing me that maybe through me I could show the world that it's not so bad to be yourself,
Absolutely. No matter what you look like.
Yeah, no matter what.
So are you due to head back to India soon?
Yes, in 6 months. In next year, maybe February, March.
And how many more of these operations or whatever it is they do? How many more stem cells?
The stem cell, it's not even an operation, Jeff, actually. It's just an IV infusion.
That's it?
Yeah. And it takes the max it took 11 minutes. The first one was 6 minutes.
And
second one was 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And the third one was 5 minutes.
And how soon after did you start feeling a change?
Jeff, you will not believe it. After the first session, the 6 minutes, I went back to recovery room. They put some antioxidants, some vitamins. Half an hour I slept. I woke up and I told my mom I'm hungry.
And you had never done this before?
No. I was like, I'm hungry. I want food now. And she's like, okay, relax, And I'm like, no, I'm really hungry, And the doctor's like, that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. So, I need to gain, and he's like, you have to have a high protein diet. So I need to gain some muscle so that my bones can move. Yeah. And I also need to start physio.
Yeah.
So a bit of physio and some exercises. I tried to dance once.
I'd love to see that.
Kanyangalami.
Kanyangalami, tunaweka hapa mziki leo.
You didn't see my Dunai video?
No. We need one today.
So, yeah, I was dancing. I'm dancing, I'm like, I'm loving this. Alhamdulillah.
How much do you weigh now?
I still gotta check my weight.
Okay, how much did you weigh before?
I was weighing around 45.
When you went to India?
Yeah, and right now, the clothes which was really loose, they started to fit me. So I'm really excited to watch my weight now. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm so happy.
What a story.
Yeah.
What a story.
Marathon weight.
God,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're gonna be a little fatso in no time.
Whoa, cut eyes. Mimi kulingana hata vile unaona movement kama kuna hiyo video niko naona movement ilikuwa gumu kidogo. But right now
you know the skin just hardens.
Mimi nisikiuma na kidole nikapiga HR. Simu. Huyu
unaenda home.
Niko home si ati naenda. Sitoki blood inaniita.
And this one can't wait to get out.
I just can't wait.
Q-Ball says, listening to you from Josie, that's Johannesburg, and my heart melted into a little puddle of happiness just listening to Farah Khaleck.
Awesome.
Bless her beautiful soul.
Awesome.
Nadim Mauji says, listening to your show, question, how were the stem cells harvested? Do you know?
They took my own. They took blood samples from me, and then I don't know what they did in the lab, in the lab.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that they took them back.
Since you,
It's just like water. It's just like water.
Mom wants to say something.
Yeah.
After 1 week they took the blood and then after 1 week
they put it back. They do the test, whatever.
Yeah,
They're harvesting
my own blood.
and then put it back in.
Yeah.
after 1 week.
After 1 week.
Tell me something. Have you been to see the Sultan since you came back?
I am planning to go back there. I've got some gifts for him. Yeah, so I'm really excited to go back and see him. So yeah. So Governor, I'm still waiting for you.
Oh man.
See, alikuwa Paris last week.
Yes.
Alikuwa na bro.
Yeah, walikuwa kwa my
He's
interview.
been so busy. I'm like, God. So Governor Joe, if you're listening,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
waiting.
listening. He's definitely listening.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, bless the governor. Huh?
Yes,
Good
yes,
on him.
yes.
Good on him.
Yeah.
We are unleashing our real.
Yes.
Unleash your real.
Yes.
Also, you can check out farahkhaleck.com. I've just set up the website, so a lot more is coming up.
Are you going to be blogging?
Yeah, I have my YouTube channel as well. I'm doing self-care Mondays. Every Monday we throw an episode. So alhamdulillah, I'm just helping everyone to, live their best lives.
How do you blog and your fingers are stiff?
Yeah, I can do it. I have a team right now, Manesi Nasalia. They joined hands with me and now they're helping me get out there. So alhamdulillah.
Wow.
God is great, God works in
mysterious
miraculous ways.
way.
Absolutely. Clemo K.E. says, this is amazing. She thinks big and she's driven by her own principles.
Yes.
She's a role model to many.
Gong Kiari.
Yeah.
Such a strong lady. The attitude, I feel encouraged. Wishing her a quick recovery. Accept yourself, the best advice.
Yes.
Dedan Kinyanjui, an amazing God we serve. Truly the Lord lives and He is there for all of us.
Indeed.
I wish a lot more people would have your attitude, my God. Oh my God. The people, out there, people are
What's wrong
so...
with our world? Like, we're just living for this temporary pleasures online, like, why didn't I get a certain many likes? And every time you're just checking how many likes. What is this? Get out of there,
Or you get up in the morning just to abuse people on social media. There are people who do that.
Yeah.
They live to abuse people.
Yes.
I know, just trolls, just spreading hate so much.
Why?
Why? I don't know.
Out of the abundance of the heart speaketh the tongue. Kitu imejaa kwa roho yako ndio unapea watu. Kama uko na matusi juu na kupatia nini?
Ni matusi tu.
Si upeane matusi.
Matusi.
Peana tu matusi.
Absolutely.
So we pray that we can get these hearts.
Yeah.
Beautiful hearts.
Nadim Mauji has thanked you for your answer about harvesting. He says, I didn't know the stem cells could be harvested from blood because they're usually found in the umbilical cord.
Yes, they normally do that. Those are when you need a donor for the umbilical.
Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes you need a donor. Sometimes they get from the spine. There's another process with that.
Okay.
So these guys did with my own blood. So alhamdulillah, that was easier.
6 minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes and I was like a new
I'm hungry.
person.
Yeah,
I'm hungry. Join the KFC.
So then wapi hiyo kuku? Kuku sama.
I'll tell you.
What a story. So tell me, so in India about February, March, and then after that?
And then after that, you'll see how I progress.
And in between, are you doing a little physio like you said?
Yes.
So are you moving the limbs? Are you...
My knees are cracking, Jeff. Like when I'm sitting tuck. When I went tuck, I was like, okay, alhamdulillah, whenever I hear that. And
That's a good sign.
yes, it's a good
So
sign.
when your knees crack, you should be happy.
Yeah.
Sisi, then we take things for granted.
When my knees crack, mimi narudi kwa kitanda.
Unazidi hivi.
No.
Sasa ni uzee. Chube. Ni chube imejaa.
Kumbe Farah anasema ni sawa.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I can even raise my hand now.
And you couldn't do that before.
No, I couldn't do that.
I was watching her type kwa simu.
Oh, eh? Anatuma WhatsApp.
What's up? Where are you at? Hey, good tuning.
When are you landing?
I mean, abujo. I mean, you can. She's type. I mean,
Wow.
seeing you move and do things alone is inspiring. Unajua? Hata sio hata kuongea. The things she does.
Yes.
Unajua saa zingine mtu akisikia
Yes.
and seeing her.
Yeah.
Different.
Other than the social media stuff, are you talking to people physically? Do you go out to talk to people?
Yes, I do go out. I do go out. In fact, on the 28th of October, I went for my first speaking event.
Where was that?
It was at Friday Inn Hotel. It was the Fierce Lady Brunch. And I spoke for the first time, Jeff. And then I wanted, you know me, I love my camera and I'm always okay with the camera, but at the live event, I was like, a bunch of nerves. I was so nervous, Jeff. Oh my God. But I spoke.
And? What was the response like?
Oh my God, I let my mom say that. Everyone like literally stood up and everyone was in tears.
They were crying. They all.
And I'm
There wasn't a dry eye in the house.
There wasn't. And then I started crying.
Oh.
Because I couldn't, not because of anything else, but I couldn't believe I did it. You know, I was so happy, just tears just flowed out, you know, like I did it, I did it. I was so happy. And everyone came up to hug me and it was amazing.
Are you going to do more?
Yes, of course, most definitely. Yeah.
I'm telling you, God has something for everybody. I'm telling you. Atafanya tuanze kulia hapa.
Kuna mtu akolo ya garani alikuwa anahitaji kusikia. Quite inspired, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And points in between.
Karibu hata naona macho zako.
Mimi naanza kulia sahi. Huwa akikaa nitalia. Joe Mburu says, I've learned to always be thankful to God for being in good health. Farah is such an inspiration. Duncan Were, all the way from the Vatican. Actually, that's Kangemi, but that's okay.
Ume-inspire watu Italy. No, ni hapa. Kangemi.
Duncan says, I have no words to describe this amazing lady. Keep on. May God bless you abundantly.
So sweet.
Na Sami, anasema what a strong lady. All the best, Farah.
Yeah. Edward David says, listening to you and just appreciating life.
Imagine ati hiyo Saudi unasikia
Crack. Hiyo ni poa.
kwa magoti. Ukisikia kata unasema Mungu ni asante.
Yes.
Vile ametuvuza hapa alhamdulillah.
5 years from now, where are you going to be?
Whoa. I don't know. I can't say that. But yes, each day is new, and I'm just ready to tackle each day. And I've got hopes, I've got plans, I've got goals I've set now, alhamdulillah. In the future, yes, there will be a Farah Khaleck Foundation, whereby I'm hoping to, have a lot more Scleroderma advocacy and some help for people with Scleroderma. So yeah, the foundation that's my future there.
And 2 years ago, you never even thought this far, right?
Hey, Jeff.
Did you think you were gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
a point.
Yeah, there was a point. I was like, okay, this is the end.
This is it.
Yeah.
Seriously?
This is it. Because I was so weak. I would have this terrible nightmares at times, like I'm in a dark place, and I used to tell my mom, I'm dying. I think I'm dying. Something is happening, and it was tough. It was a tough period. It was really tough because I was so weak.
Yeah.
I I don't know, like, you know, I didn't have the will anymore because my body was not helping me. It was not supporting me.
Yeah.
My mind was strong, you know, in my heart I was still like, no. But my body would not support me, you know. But I guess I had to go through it, you know.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was testing you, huh?
Yeah,
He was testing you.
Oh, he's tested me, all right. He has.
Yeah.
He definitely has.
Jaoko Jr. says, honestly, I am humbled. The thing we think so little of are the things other people consider their biggest blessings. Talk of typing. Of all things.
Yeah.
So true.
Thank you so much. Kenyans on Twitter are an amazing lot.
Yeah.
They really came through, they really did support me, and they do till today, you know. I get so much love online, so much support. Yeah.
Bet Edwin, anauliza, how can someone get in touch with you for an interview?
My social medias.
Social media.
Farah Khaleck?
Yes.
All platforms.
Yeah, just send me a message, I'll get through. There's
Yeah.
also an email on my bio. If you can send me an email, we can get in touch.
And your website?
farahkhaleck.com.
Fantastic.
One word.
You get some final thoughts, Farah, before you make us all cry. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to make anyone cry. I just want to say that I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for where I am today. And I'm looking forward to many more inspiring moments in my life. And I hope to touch as many as I can. So yeah, hop on board, unleash your real, and let's inspire life together.
Absolutely.
And you know, she needs to write a book.
Oh, yeah.
Are you thinking of something like that?
It's a great, it's a great,
Yes.
great thing, yeah.
Yes, please.
Thinking, yes.
Tuwekee mapicha zile za slaying nini.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still a fun one, yeah,
Yeah.
not just words, right?
Yes, it will be a beautiful thing.
And you know,
Yeah.
Katiba Clyde has picked the perfect song for you. It's called I Smile by Kirk Franklin. That's a perfect title for your book. I Smile. Because you can't stop smiling.
I mean, look at her.
Thank you, Jeff.
Farah Khaleck, well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And Mom, you're a superstar. Superwoman.
She is.
This is what we call
A Story a Day. Catch Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.